Hi friends, welcome to the video of logical equivalent statements. In this video, you will be able to define logical equivalent statements. At the end of this video, you will be able to analyze statement for logical equivalence, analyze truth table for logical equivalent statements. So first, let's define what you mean by logical equivalent statements. Two statements are said to be logically equivalent if they have identical truth tables. That is, suppose you have two statements S1 PQR and S2 PQR. These are the standard way of writing the compound statements. Then we say that these two compound statements are said to be logically equivalent, or they are logical equivalent statements if they have the same truth value for all logical possibilities. And it is denoted by S1 PQR, triple equality sign, S2 PQR. This means equivalence is there. Let's construct one example for this one. We have two statements. First is negation of P and Q, and another statement is minus P or minus Q. We will find it out that the truth table for these two statements have the same truth value, so these two statements are logically equivalent. Look at the first table. It has two statements P and Q having different truth values TT, TF, FT, FF. So by applying the rule for the truth table for the conjunction, it has P and Q column has truth values T, F, F, F. Because the rule says that it is true only when both the statements are true, and in all other cases it is false. So what is the negation of this one? It is going to be F, T, T, T. Now look at the truth table for the other statement, minus P or minus Q. So P and Q have different truth values. Depending on P and Q, minus P and minus Q have the opposite values of P and Q. Applying the rule for the disjunction, we find out that this column has the same truth value as the truth table for the statement minus times P and Q. So these two statements, we can say that these are logical equivalent. Let's understand it with the help of another example. You have the two statements P or minus Q and the negation of this, and the other statement is P and Q and the negation of this. And you can see the truth table for these two and find it out. In the last column of the first statement, it is FF, TF, and the last column for the second statement is FF, TF, and these two are same. So we can say that these two statements are logically equivalent. Key points discussed in this video are definition of logical equivalent statements, its truth table with some examples. Now, how can you use this? In this video, we discussed about logical equivalent statement and truth value of the statements. Logical equivalent statements are useful in the propositional logic or Boolean algebra.